Morning and welcome to Traffic Keys. As always, I am your host, Atiba, and I'm glad you're here. It's a Saturday morning, and I know it's a Saturday morning, it's early, and maybe you're not thinking about your business, but if you're in business, you probably are, or you probably should be. If you're watching this, then you definitely are thinking about your business. And if you're watching this and you weren't thinking about your business before, it's Saturday morning, you probably should be thinking about your business. And not just your business, but the sales and marketing of your business. And as you know, here on Traffic Keys, we always talk about organic traffic and how we create more organic traffic. Well, guys, we've been talking a lot about audience, and audience is wonderful, and it's one of my keys. And there's several frameworks that I'm going to be teaching you guys on how you develop your audience and find your audience, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But let's jump ahead and just for a moment, because I've got something I want to share with you today that I just found that I'm super excited about. I'm so excited about it that I wanted to share this with you. When we get to talking about content and SEO and getting traffic onto your website, excuse me, one of the things that we're also going to be talking about is a concept called owned traffic. That's traffic that you can communicate with outside of any social media network, outside of Google, outside of anything, where you have their contact information. And there are really only two types of digital owned traffic, and that's email or text message. If you have their physical address, then you can mail them something like the old days, although it still works today. And so those are the really three big types of owned traffic that you can have. And email is one that we've been using for years to communicate with our customers. However, Google keeps getting smarter and smarter and smarter. And it's a good thing for those of us who have Gmail accounts, right? It's a bad thing for those of us who are trying to communicate with Gmail accounts, which, let's face it, most of the world today has a Gmail account, right? And Google is now taking your emails, not now, they've been doing it for years. They're taking your emails and they're deciding which folder to put your email in. So you may be in your mail program and looking at your open rates and saying, "Man, my open rates suck. My open rates for my business emails suck. What in the world am I going to do?" And guess what? The problem might be that your emails are being delivered to Google's promotions folder. Yeah. And here's the crazy part. Most people who use Gmail don't ever open their promotions folder. So your emails are going there like crazy. You're sending them out and no one is ever seeing them. It's a problem that us as marketers, we've had for a very, very long time because we wanted to get our emails out of the promotion. Well, first we wanted to get our emails out of the spam folder. So most of us and most email programs have figured out how to get your emails out of the spam folder. But this dreaded promotions folder, what in the world am I going to do about it? And that's probably what most people are thinking if you're sending out emails. If you know that that's what's happening because you have low open rates. So guys, I don't have a solution, but I have a step in the next direction. And this is what I want to share with you today. So I was Saturday mornings. I'm reading blogs and articles and that type of thing. I'm always learning, and I was reading Brian Dean's blog this week. And if you don't know Brian Dean is one of these super smart SEOs, a guy that I follow that I learn a lot from. Super technical in the SEO space. So he goes really, really deep. But today, well, not today, but whenever he published this blog that I was reading, it was all about emails and email open rates and so on and so forth. And he dropped a gem. He had like 9 things in the article, and I knew 8 of them, but there was one that I didn't. He dropped a gem, and that's what I'm going to share with you today. Now, full disclosure, this is not promotional. Okay. I literally just found this company today. I don't have any affiliate relationship with them. I don't get paid if you click on this link. I don't get paid if you use them. Just full disclosure for you guys this morning. Okay. So I want to introduce you to this. I'm going to share my screen here. Okay. And it is called litmus.com. litmus.com, and there's a link to it in the description for this this live, or if you're on the podcast or on YouTube, it will be in the description as well. Okay, but litmus.com, excuse me, you can jump down there and find their find the link, and this is the page that it will take you to. Now, what this page does here, and I want you guys to see, is it's going to give you this email address right here. You see it here? And it wants you to copy this email address. Okay, so I'm going to highlight it and copy that email address there. And then it wants you to take that email address over to your mail program and send it a test mail, right? Send it a test email. So I'm going to do that now. And my mail program is just sending. There, it's sent. So I've gone over to my email marketing program. And quick side note, if you're still using Mailchimp or worse, ActiveCampaign, please stop. Like, do yourself and your business a favor and stop. I've got a link below. We use ActiveCampaign. I use ActiveCampaign for just about all of my clients, unless they're agency clients where they're running an agency and then we have a different thing for them. But ActiveCampaign, guys, Mailchimp, Constant Contact, waste of money. Yes, you get to send your emails. Yes, but step up to something that's going to do a lot better for you. Anyway, I digress. Back to this. Sorry, that was a quick PSA. Back to this. So now back on Litmus. So I've sent the test email. Back on Litmus. Now I'm going to click I've sent it, and it's going to analyze it. You see it does it pretty quickly. It's going to analyze, and it says, which Gmail tab did your email appear under? Now, this email that I'm sending, I'm doing this because it's my wife's email ad marketing account, her ActiveCampaign account. I could have used one of my clients, but I don't ever do that because for privacy reasons, obviously. But for my wife, I can use her account. So you'll see here, this was the email that I sent, and it was sent to their inbox, and it was delivered to the promotions folder. No, the promotions folder. So she's sending out this email to her list, and it's going to the promotions folder, guys. It's going to the promotions folder. That's not what we want. Now, a couple other things that show up on this page that actually are loading kind of slowly right now is they will give you a preview in Internet Explorer, Firefox, and Chrome. They do make you pay for that if you want to see those previews. But most email programs would have shown you this anyway if they were any good. So that's not really necessary. You can just use the free tool here. But back to, so I'm in the promotions folder. You're going to say, what in the world are you going to do about it? You're in the promotions folder. This doesn't actually solve my problem. No, it really doesn't. Let me just be honest. It doesn't solve the problem that your email is going to the promotions folder. But what it does do is you can send a test before, okay? You can send a test to your customers. You can send a test to Litmus, that's the name of it. Send a test to Litmus before you send the email to your customers to see that it's going to go to their promotions folder, and then maybe go back to your email and rework it a bit and test it again. And you can keep testing and playing around and figuring out the combinations to see when it will go from the promotions folder to the inbox. Okay, now that's a whole separate video that we can talk about how you do that. And the different tweaks that you need to make and so on and so forth to try to get your email out of the promotions folder and into people's inboxes. We'll do that another time. But Litmus is going to help you at least know before you send your email where it's going to end up. Now, quick this disclaimer here on this, because somebody's going to ask, yeah, but does that mean that all the emails are going to go to my promotions folder? No. What it means is for people who are on your list that you're emailing to, who haven't added you to their address book, who haven't emailed you back or engaged with your emails in the past, this is where their email is going to end up. And let's be honest. When was the last time you asked your customers to hit reply on an email you sent them and they actually did it. So that's two questions. When did you ask them and when did they do it? Yeah, you may never have asked them and they hardly ever do it if you do. So that means most of your customers may end up in the promotions folder unless they had already added you to their address book. Okay, so guys, just wanted to take this quick few moments and share this with you this morning, this Saturday morning. Whenever you catch this video, check out those links. I'm going to be using, I mean, we're about to change our entire process of email sending for all my clients, and we're about to be using Litmus down there because if we can get better open rates, then open rates lead to conversion rates, and conversion rates lead to money in the pocket, and that's what it's about. So, guys, thank you again, as always, for being here on Traffic Keys with me. I am your host, Atiba. And remember, be obsessed about your audience or be average in business. See you later.